Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today I wanted to bring you another build guide. I had a couple of requests from stream recently to go over my Strafe Multishot setup that I use for T16. So you can see here on screen we got some gameplay demo for you so you can see how it goes. It's a really fun version of multi-shotting with the Unhallowed Essence set. And we're taking again advantage of the seasonal theme with the Angelic Crucibles and sanctifying your items using Strafe to cast our Hatred Spenders. And you see here, you cast your multi-shots all over the place. It allows for an insane amount of AoE, and you mow through these T16 Rifts in no time at all. There's not too much to this, really. You just get into the Rift, you cast your multi-shot, and then you're zooming around using Smokescreen in order to proc your movement speed between the actual Displacement Rune and Tactical Advantage. You've got preparation in case you do end up running low on discipline, but you really shouldn't because there's so many things that curb the resource cost reduction usage in this build and also give your resources back, like Blood Vengeance passive. You've got your 100% uptime on Vengeance with the Dawn in the cube and CDR on gear and from the Enchantress as well. And then Focus and Restraint with, using Evasive Fire and multi-shot. So that pretty much is the gist of the skills of the build and playing the build. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in a D3 planner as we usually do. And we'll go ahead and put this in the video description as well so you guys can check this out in case you need to reference it. You can bookmark it, all that good stuff if you need it for the future. But I'll just go ahead and quickly show you all the gear as well. Don't want this video to be too long. There's a lot of variation you can do here. I primarily build this for gold find so that I can also use this when I do puzzle rings, like the ancient puzzle rings and things like that, or just when I'm generally running around the rift trying to get gold so I can keep empowering all my greater rifts and upgrading the gems and things like that. So you'll notice most of the secondaries I try to get gold find on them, but it's just a recommendation. We have all the stats that are recommended here. You're using the Unhallowed Essence set. There's a Ring of Roar Grandeur in the cube so that you can complete the 6-piece set. And then I use the Lyrics Crown just to further modify throwing an emerald into the helm, which provides us with even more gold find. If you need the CDR, you can surely just swap to the diamond and get it that way in case your gear is not meeting your requirements. I've got the Krelm's buff belt just to give more run speed. That's one of the things I've had some people ask is, why does their strafe feel so slow? You do need to kind of bolster it with more movement speed things. So that's why we have Warzekian arm guards. Whenever we break something, we'll get a boost of movement speed. With Krelm's, we'll get a boost of movement speed as well. That's why I'm using the Wreath of Lightning, so that when that procs, we get more movement speed. Even with the Boon of the Hoarder, when we pick up gold, that gives us more movement speed. And there's some synergy there as well. We'll talk about the Enchantress in just a moment, but with her Avarice band on, every time we pick up gold, we get a bigger pickup radius. Every time we kill an enemy with the Boon of the Hoarder, it'll drop gold, and then that's why we use the gold wrap in the cube to provide for our defenses for T16. So you basically don't need to worry about actually ever dying really, as long as you've picked up some gold recently. Converts that to armor, and you become essentially impervious to damage. Like I mentioned, sanctified item, you gotta have that Yang's recurves to max out your multi-shot capability, and then to also sanctify, if you already have a good bow, you can always sanctify something else, like a quiver or like a Squirt's necklace, just whatever has been hard for you to get good stats on. But primarily, you're probably gonna go for the bow, just to have a nice maxed out damage base, and then you're going for that strafe power, like I mentioned. Dead Man's Legacy for more multi-shot damage, and then Focus and Restraint as another damage output vector. And then you've got the Zai's Stone of Vengeance. You can use this, you can swap it out for Taeguk, whichever gem you prefer. It's just one damage gem, kind of helps make sure that you're mowing through the T16 content as quickly as possible. But as your gear progresses, as you get more ancients, as the set really comes together, then you won't even need like really good gems and stuff. You can start to go for more utility. But these are the best utility that I've found so far. And to finish rounding out the passives, like I said, we got Blood Vengeance, so that when you pick up globes, it'll give you back Hatred and Discipline. That's how we stay pretty topped up on our resources. Also with Seethe on Vengeance and 100% uptime, you're getting a ton of Hatred back. We've got Hot Pursuit for more movement speed, Tactical Advantage for more movement speed, and then Ambush just to make sure that we are one-shotting as many of the enemies as possible. Like I did say, I would talk about the Enchantress very quickly. There are a lot of things now that they updated the followers to be able to emanate powers to you. You want to make sure that you're using a lot of these items to make your runs even faster. So the Nemesis Bracers allows you to get the Nemesis effect for your character, even though the Enchantress is wearing it, so you can get all the elites coming out of the pylons and the shrines that you touch. It'll just make your rifts go faster. And you can also get the benefit of having longer shrines with the Gloves of Worship that emanates as well. Here, really important are the crafted sets. So the Sage, we have the 2-piece Sage that she's wearing, and then the 2-piece canes that she's wearing. And then with a Ring of Royal Grandeur, it completes those sets to the 3-piece. And so that way you can emanate getting the Death's Breaths increased drops, and also the potential for more keys. This makes it so that you can craft more items with all the DBs that you might be getting, and then also getting more keys so that you can spend more time in greater rifts and less time in regular rifts, which aren't as rewarding for experience and things like that. Other than that, the Flavor of Time is nice too, but you'll lose that bonus of getting the additional time on the pylons as you go between rifts, so it's not as important. It's more important for the greater rifts. And like I was saying, the Avarice Band also emanates, and so you'll be able to get that increased pickup radius. One other thing to note is that if you need help with CDR, again, you can use this skill on the Enchantress, Prophetic Harmony. When you have 25,000 of the main stat for a follower, it maxes out their skills. So for her, it'd be 25,000 of the intelligence stat, and then you'll be able to get 10% cooldown here, so that can help a lot with meeting that need of 37% plus CDR with the Dawn in the Cube for 100% uptime on Vengeance. And I like the follower can't die token on the token. And so that's pretty much it for the build. There's nothing else to really discuss. If you do have things that you like to do with your Strafe Multishot setup, feel free to pop into the comments, let everybody know. If I update anything on the D3 planner, again, the link will be in the video description, so you can just check that periodically and see if I've made any other changes or things to customize it further, make it faster, stronger, whatever have you. But pretty much this should be a good setup to get you rolling and getting all the keys and bounties and things like that that you need to. Again, if you have anything else, put it in the comments. We can talk it up. If you have questions, also put them there. Feel free to sub to the channel because there will be more Diablo content coming. I'm really thankful that you're here watching all my stuff. It's really great to be back and making stuff for everyone again. Hope you enjoy, and I will catch you in the next video. Adios for now.